How you doing, bro? Check this out. What's your name? I'm Izekiel, bro. How you doing? If I ask you something right now, because what we just got through teaching that brother is his true nationality. That's what we out here doing, is raising up our people back to our righteous place on this earth. Because everybody knows, we walk around and say, yeah, we kings and we gods and all of this stuff, and we really are. But we've fallen to the bottom. And it was something that got us there. Like, if I ask you, what's your nationality? What would you say? African American. Africa was named after a white man named Leo Scipios Africanus. America was named after a white man named Amerigo Vespucci. Do you descend from two white men? No. So how can you be African American? That's two different continents. Look on this sign right here. Look, these are the names that God called us from the beginning. These are the names that our oppressors gave us. Which one would you fall under? The first one, Judah.
That's right.
That's the head tribe of the children of Israel. You know who else came from Judah? Jesus Christ. That's why they tell us we kings and priests, and we don't understand why. No. Okay, let's get that. Get that, bro. Let me see. You see right here? This who they say, that's him, right? But watch this. We're going to get that right for you out the Bible. Get Revelations 1:1.
Revelations chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So it says the revelation or the revealing of Jesus Christ. Read on.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. Verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
So this is John, because they tell you what we're about to read. The Christian pastor say, oh no, that was a vision. He didn't really see that. But what did he just say? I turned to see what was speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So in the midst of them 7 candlesticks, he saw one like the Son of Man, Jesus Christ. How did he know? Because he walked with him before. You know what I'm saying? So he knew who he was looking at. Read verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. Okay, now you see this right here, what we just said was Jesus? We're going to play, you know, in baseball they got 3 strikes. We're going to do that with this. 3 strikes and you out. The first one, it says, his head and his hairs were white like wool. Which one of these pictures got white woolly hair? This one, right? So that's strike 1 on him. Read on.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes was red like fire. Which one of these got red eyes like fire? This one over here, right? Why? So that's strike 2 on this guy. Read this.
And his feet.
Now he looked down at his feet. Your feet the same color your face, ain't it? Your hands and everything, right? So he looked down at his feet, and this is what he said.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Gold, like brownish. It's a derivative of brown. Watch this. Look, listen how brown he said they were.
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you burn anything, what color it turn? Black. So, which one of these dudes is really Jesus Christ? This one over here, right? But this is what they told us, right? This is a lie. Now, if they would bring you over here with a chain around, because we got here in slavery, they brought us over here and they gave us this image. Why? Because when you think this Jesus, you're going to worship the white man. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that Jesus Christ looked just like you. Now think about it. If we taught that to our children, growing up as kids, if we was taught that, do you think that we would treat each other the way we do? Knowing that Jesus Christ looked just like me, bro. You look like Christ. You see that? That's what you call a revolutionary mind. But now watch this. I'm going to show you why this happened to us. Go to Deuteronomy 28:1. Because we came over here in slavery. But now I'm going to show you why we in the conditions we in. And I'm going to also show you your true nationality. You're not an African American. Watch this. Read verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So I'm gonna set you up. I'm gonna give you the preface of what's going on. Moses brought the children of Israel out of Egypt. The Israelites parted the Red Sea, all of that. You heard about that, right? So he gave them the commandments, but he also gave them blessings and curses. And this was the blessing. If y'all listen to everything God tell y'all, y'all gonna be set up high above everybody on the earth. But he also said this, verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if you don't listen to what God said,
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That all these curses gonna happen to you. Is a curse a good or a bad thing? Bad. So he said it's gonna be some bad things happening y'all if y'all don't listen. Give me verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee,
and these curses are gonna be upon you, Israelites,
for a sign.
What does a sign do? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? A sign tells you something. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, a signal. Read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Your seed means your children. It said these curses are going to be upon you for a sign and for a wonder, and upon your children forever. Meaning all the way up to today's present time, you're going to be able to look at these curses and you'll be able to realize who the Israelites are today. Because the Christian church will tell you nobody knows. We are spiritual Israel. But no, the Bible tells you specifically who the Israelites are. Watch this. Get verse 16.
Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
The Bible says cursed are the Israelites going to be in the city. When you go to any city in America, better yet in the whole world, and you go to the so-called hood, the ghetto, the poverty-stricken areas, who live there? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Us, right? It says, read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed are you going to be in the field. Look, who was cursed in the field? Picking cotton for free for 400 years. Look right here, even before then. Who was cursed when the conquistadors came and conquered Mexico and South America? Us, right? That happened to us. They ain't happened to nobody else but us. Watch this. Give me verse 30. Give me 48.
Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
He said, since y'all don't want to listen, you're going to have to serve your enemies now. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Let's see who these enemies are. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
When you want food, who you got to go to get it? Where they get it from? Okay, exactly. Who own the grocery stores? Who owns 7-Eleven? Who owns McDonald's? Everywhere you want to go, they own it. Watch this. Read on.
And in thirst.
When you thirsty, look what you got in your hand right there. Who own that? You see that? Read on.
And in nakedness.
And when you want clothes, who made that? You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And in want of all things.
It said in everything you want. You want an education. You want a birth certificate. You want a driver's license. You want a new car. You got to go to them for it. Who you got to go to for it? But what the Bible call him? Read the first part again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
What did the Bible call him? The Bible called him the white man, your enemy. They don't teach you that in church. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Go to verse. Watch. I'm gonna give you 2 more scriptures. Go to finish that out.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And that same enemy Didn't he do that? He put a yoke of iron on our neck, didn't he? The Bible is telling you who he did that to the Israelites. Watch this. Get 68. Well, the Bible said he did that to the Israelites. That was going to happen to the Israelites, God's chosen people. Watch this. Read on.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he says, the Israelites, y'all gonna go into Egypt, but let's see what Egypt really means. Watch this, read.
Deuteronomy 5:6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Bondage. What does bondage mean? Slavery, tied up. Bondage is slavery. So he says the Lord gonna bring you, read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt,
or slavery again
with ships.
How did our ancestors get to America? Slave ships, right? He said the Israelites gonna go into slavery on slave ships. Watch this.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The same way I'm telling you Israelites is gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You ain't gonna see your homeland no more again. Have we ever seen our homeland since they brought our ancestors over here? We don't even know where we come from. Everybody say Africa, but Africa is a continent with 55 countries in it. Which one of them you come from? You see that? He said you ain't gonna never see your homeland no more again. Watch this. And there, when y'all get off them slave ships,
ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
What happened when we got over here? Look at that, on the auction block. Sold to Master Charles in Killeen, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
For bondmen,
for slave men,
and bond women,
and slave women.
And no man shall buy you,
and no man shall save you. The word buy means to save or redeem. So, has anybody saved us? Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, Malcolm X, goes on and on and on and on. Ain't nobody been able to save us, right? So now I'm going to ask you again. If Moses said all this stuff was going to happen to the Israelites, we're the only people that it ever happened to. So now what's your nationality? Judah. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So now you're waking up to know who you are. Now that you know who you are, it's some things that you got to start doing now. Read that, 10 and 12. Now it's some things you got to start doing, because that's what happened to us. First, give me Jeremiah 17 and 9, is it? 4. Watch this, because this is what happened to us. I'm sharing you right now out of the Bible what happened to us as a people. Watch this. Read.
Jeremiah 17 and 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
And that's what happened to us. We got discontinued from our heritage. When they brought our ancestors over here on slave ships, do you think they knew anything about Christmas? Do you think they knew anything about Thanksgiving? Do you think they know anything about Easter and all this crap we've been given? They didn't know nothing about that. We had our own heritage. And this is what our heritage was. Give me that in Deuteronomy 10 and 12 now. This is what our heritage is. No, give me 10 and 12 first. Watch this, read.
Deuteronomy 20 and 12. And now Israel.
Now that you know you're an Israelite, this is your heritage.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
You see that? The commandments of God. That's what our heritage, that's our constitution.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana. Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.